when we got there, there was lots of still devastated areas, and there was a lot of empty lots there too. Just sad for me to see. I mean, that's why it's good to go there and help. And to see for yourself, it has a positive influence on you, because then you have more of a drive to help people out.
There was still stuff really buried underneath. But I was actually kind of expecting that most of it would be cleaned up, but I was still surprised at how much wasn't cleaned up.
I was surprised that there weren't too many buildings, and like how much damage the tsunami really caused, and how high the wave really was.
It was still beautiful everywhere we went, even parts that were devastated. And I think that the strength of Japanese people and the resilience of them was really interesting to see.
When we went to that one memorial site where it had the height, that's a really big wave, and to imagine the kind of impact that had on people is really amazing to think about. And to look around and you see a bunch of empty lots and nothing is there. I mean, it does get you kind of thinking like, wow. And at the game, when we first got there, the field was trash, so it was nice to help them out, go and fix the field up. That way, everyone's working together to achieve our goal to play the game that day.
Right now, we're cleaning the field up, and because it was raining and the sun's starting to come out, it's still a little overcast, but the field is flooded and we're trying to make it playable.
Right now, we're cleaning up the field because it got poured on pretty hard, and we're just doing our best to get rid of all the water on the field and see if the sun can dry up the rest.
Bravo! The game was pretty back and forth. There wasn't much scoring because it was 3-1, but it was a really long game and it was fun to play.
They were putting up a challenge for us and we were putting up a challenge for them, and everyone was just going back and forth, and it was real fun.
It wasn't about the win or the loss or the score. It was more about the meaning of that game, because it meant more than just a good 6 innings. It showed the real connection, how much young kids can do in a younger generation. It shows the connection. It's nice to be there and have fun with them, have something positive out of the big hurt that they've had.
My favorite part was when we got to mix the teams up. That was cool because you got to try new positions, But not only that, we got to try to communicate with people we didn't even know how to speak their language with, make friends like that and strengthen that. It was interesting how we enjoyed each other's company even though we didn't know how to talk to each other.
The second game, everyone just went a little crazy and didn't care what the score was. They were just putting in everyone, having fun, and just screaming our heads off. We're outside cheering on our players and their players, and it was really fun.
We share a common love, which is baseball. Both teams understood the significance of our visit and the significance of that game. I mean, there were really some important people there that came to watch the game to show that we care and that we'll actually come and play baseball, and for the sake of just showing that we're there for goodwill. It spoke volumes in one game.
After that point, going to that trip did feel meaningful. I think without this game, probably wouldn't have made the connection stronger. Afterward, everything kind of loosened up, and I really liked that, especially the community service with them.
We got to do a little community service in the mountains and the beach, and it was for a little group. Before the tsunami, there were 9 families living there. Now there's only 2 families living there, and there's only 5 people.
The area that was near the beach was completely destroyed by the tsunami. So what we did was we helped them clean up the beach from all the trash that's been there, the debris that's been there from the tsunami.
We're just polishing up this beach, trying to restore it to its natural beauty. It's kind of sad to know that there were houses and people lived here, and now it's destroyed and no one can live here and stuff.
I worked in the mountains and we helped to rake up some of the debris from the trees to help them grow. And we also cleared out some of the bamboo from the stream so it's easier for them to access water. and then they'll use the mountains as like a refuge, I guess, if another tsunami comes in. So it's good that we help them clear that out.
We can still see a lot of debris that was still stuck into the sand, and it hadn't been moved for 2 years. That was still on the beach and in the woods.
At the end, me and my brother were pulling out the bucket and the tarps, and that took a while. But it was really deep in there, and it shows the really sheer power of that tsunami, because it came in and it totally buried the bucket and the tarps. It took a lot of teamwork, and it shows, you know, with the hard perseverance and a will to do something, there's a way to get it done.
It was a good feeling inside, you know, to know that you're giving something back to them, especially the people you don't know, you know. But it's almost as if we went there to help them and they gave something back to us, too, that knowledge of just never giving up, you know, and that camaraderie we have to have with each other.
Iron Man's family, Hatakeyamas is their name. They had a seaweed factory before the tsunami came in, and it was a thriving business, and they were doing really well until the tsunami came in. After the tsunami came in, everything was totally gone from their house, and he just got his factory back to where it kind of was before. But business-wise, he lost a lot of business.
We all rotated, and I got to do all the stripping, the seaweed, and the knotting them. It was like fun, kind of breaking it apart.
It was a neat experience to make seaweed or prepare it, and also make packages for the seaweed factory. I've eaten a lot of seaweed, but or wakame, but not packaged it or prepared it.
A group of 75 people went to Japan to make good connections with the Japanese, and we did that. Every time we went out to go do something, I had to tell myself, keep it positive, because it was hot. But you gotta go out there thinking these people have been dealing with this for 2 years, so one day is nothing. That's what I told myself. So when we go out there, you just gotta, I went out there with a positive attitude saying, you know, let's do this, let's help them.
I think we accomplished what we went there for, to build those ties between Japan and Hawaii, and also to just see firsthand of what the damage was done there, you know, and just to allow us to learn as a team and as a group how to work together and how to just stay strong, you know, and never give up.
It was a great cultural learning experience, and such a privilege and honor, and a humbling experience to help out cleaning up from the tsunami and the disaster-stricken areas. And even though we've seen it on TV, now we have a first-hand experience of it. And it was also fun meeting Japanese players and playing against them and with them.
I'm going to remember this trip as a really fun and enjoyable experience, and how me and my teammates got to learn firsthand what really happened in Japan, and how me and my teammates bonded.
It was a great experience. I had a great time, and you know, the hospitality of the people that we helped, it was great. I mean, they're truly thankful for what we did, and you know, I'm really thankful for the opportunities they gave us, you know, reaching out to other people and really exploring what they've been through. It's really heartfelt. I appreciate that.